Well, we have more information to discuss about the rivalry between Trump and Ron DeSantis, now coming in the form of an interesting New York Times piece that kind of walks through this whole story and how there's some skepticism about how DeSantis may not be the person who can properly fight Trump politically within a primary, even though his poll numbers are really good, and we'll get to some of that in a second here. But first, one of the things that caused Trump to respond was this part of the article. Since November, despite the criticism he faced at the time, Mr. Trump has periodically hit out at his potential rival, albeit to a relatively small audience. He posted his most recent innuendo about the governor on Truth Social, where he has just under 5 million followers, and he's insulted Mr. DeSantis in casual conversations, describing him as Meatball Ron, an apparent dig at his appearance, or Shut Down Ron, a reference to restrictions the governor put in place at the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic. Mr. Trump's team has been amassing data about Mr. DeSantis' actions in response to the pandemic, in part to try to depict him as a phony. So, using these different phrases, Meatball Ron, Shut Down Ron, and one of the common threads we've seen through a lot of this reporting is the fact that Trump is going to try to hit DeSantis over his handling of the pandemic, saying that at the beginning, DeSantis took it seriously, which is such a bizarre attack, because what is happening now within the MAGA base is DeSantis is able to win some brownie points because he's the anti-vax guy, he's the anti-restrictions guy, and Trump is worried that's where he's going to lose MAGA. DeSantis will be able to out MAGA Trump by being harder core on the anti-vax stuff, and Trump is more pro-vaccine than a lot of Republicans. So he's putting together this kind of prepared narrative that actually DeSantis kind of took the pandemic seriously at the beginning and had some restrictions, which again shows you how bizarre this whole movement is. But then to the point of him having these different nicknames being talked about behind the scenes here from Truth Social. All of the fake news is reporting that I spend large amounts of my time coming up with a good nickname for Ron DeSanctimonious, who's obviously going to give the presidential thing a shot. They are all 100% wrong. I don't even think about it. A very unimportant subject to me. So denying the validity of the reporting, as he does with everything that paints him in even a slightly negative light. But it would not surprise me if he takes the nickname thing really serious behind the scenes, because even publicly, we've seen at rallies him bragging, saying, I came up with the term caravan, migrant caravan, that was me. And the Unselect Committee investigating January 6th, I came up with that. He'll get very proud of those different nicknames, even though they're just kind of childish, but somehow work with the MAGA base. For some reason, he continued on Truth Social saying, who is that in the blue tie? Or this was another one of his posts, I should say, being so nice to the president of the United States while in the Oval Office. And you can see there DeSantis with a blue tie, Matt Gaetz also in the room while Trump was president is when that photo is from. So he has a few different narratives he wants to go with DeSantis. Number one is the normal kind of childish attacks, but then I think the DeSantis sort of took COVID seriously at the beginning thing is somehow going to be an attack, because DeSantis is out MAGA-ing Trump on the issue of vaccines, because DeSantis is coming out hardcore anti-vax compared to Trump. And so he'll go, no, he actually also locked down stuff. And then I made DeSantis. That'll be the other line. And to me, the more messy this gets, the more Trump goes after DeSantis starts having to respond to Trump, is the better. I am absolutely looking forward to watching that, because, and this is a phrase I've repeated many times now, a divided MAGA, and let's just say in this situation, a divided right wing is a weaker right wing, and that is better for the future of the country. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get the full bonus show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley. Link in the description.